Hello friends, let's start with Python language today. Today we will discuss the basics of Python language. So one of the most important things is the print command, how to display messages in Python. So for that I use print and whatever message I want to display, I can put inside. So if I want to say welcome to Python, I put it inside double quotes and I am able to see the message using print command. Next, we discuss indentation in Python. It refers to the spaces at the beginning of a code line. So while in other languages, it is only for readability purpose. You put some spaces to make your code more readable, more user-friendly. But in Python, it is very, very important. Python uses indentation to indicate a block of code. I'll tell you how. See, if suppose I'm putting a condition and I simply write print OK. So if you see, we have a lot of spaces here. So these spaces are needed. It's not only for the readability purpose, but these are necessary in Python if you want to start with the loop, or there are various other cases where you use it. So Python indentation is used to indicate a block of code. Like in other languages, you use curly brackets. In Python, you use space to indicate a block of code. So that's how you use it. And generally, we use 4 spaces for the indentation purpose. Otherwise, it will throw an error message. Now, let's discuss comments in Python. So, comments, as you know, in all the languages, they are used to make the code more readable. So, single line comments start with hash. Suppose I write something like this. Hi, we are learning Python. So when I say this, Python will ignore this. See, it doesn't throw an error because this is not a Python command, but it ignores it simply because we have put a hash. So comments are not executed by any language. They are ignored. And we use a hash in Python to put our comments. So suppose we write the same thing without the hash. We are learning Python. See, it throws a syntax error because there is no such command. So that means that if we don't put the hash, Python will try to execute whatever we have written. Whereas if I want to make the code more readable, more understandable, and I need to write some English, I can use a hash and put a comment to describe my piece of code. So this is comments for you. Now coming on to a very important topic, which is variable. Now what is a variable? Variables are containers for storing data, as you must be knowing already. So it is a little different in Python as compared to C, C++, Java. Things are a little different. So in Python, we don't use any command for declaring variable. So a variable is created the moment you assign a value. Suppose I say x is equal to 4. Now it means I have created a variable x containing the value 4. The moment I put some value to it, the variable is assigned. Suppose I write x is equal to Juhi. Now x will store the value Juhi. So unlike the other languages, we don't put any extra command for a variable. We just assign a value and that's done. Now, if you want to know the data type of this variable, how would you do it? So you will write print and then you will write type to get the data type, then the variable name. So it tells, see, the second line I have assigned x is equal to Juhi, which is a string, right? So because this is a string, though I have not written any data type here, but as I've assigned a string value to the x variable, it gives me that it is a string. Suppose I write y is equal to 5. Again, I use the same command, print. You'll use type, and then you give y. Watch out, it gives int because 5 is an integer value. So it gives you the data type as int. So type will be used along with the print command to print the data type of the variable. You don't need to define it otherwise. Another thing is that the variables are case sensitive. So if you write a is equal to 4 and you write a is equal to, suppose you write a is equal to 5. So small a and capital A are two different things. They are not the same. Python is case sensitive. So suppose I go ahead and want to print the value of small a. See, it is 4, it's not 5. So see, things are not overwritten because they are not the same variables. They are different, small a and capital A. That's why I don't get the value 5. I get the value 4. Both are treated as different. So the value of capital A will not override the value of small a. Another thing is Python allows you to assign values to multiple variables in one line. What does that mean? Suppose I write x comma y comma z is equal to 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, and I want to print the value of x. I get 2. I want to check the value of y. See, I get 3. And I want to print the value of z. I get 4. So Python allows you to assign values to multiple variables in one line. This is unlike other languages. See, in one line itself, I assign different values to different variables just by separating it with commas. Isn't it cool? Okay. So another thing is if you want to allow same value to multiple variables, like if I want to give same value to x, y, and z, I can just simply write this. Okay, I just simply write this and it works. Like this. So all the three variables x, y, z have the same values. So we'll discuss more on variables, data types in my next video. So please watch out. That's all for today. Thank you.